After years worth of drama, not just with the making of the film, but also in the personal life of the star Ezra Miller, The Flash finally hit theaters earlier this year, and it was a complete disaster for DC. A box office flop, a catastrophe, something that they put so much money into. Had Michael Keaton coming back as Batman, and still, The Flash was a complete failure at the box office. And since the movie came out, we've seen some people speak out about it, including people that weren't happy the way their characters were utilized. People like Tim Burton. Tim Burton throws shade at The Flash's Nicolas Cage Superman decision. Tim Burton slams Nicolas Cage Superman cameo in The Flash, referencing director's Axed film. I'm in quiet revolt against all this. And considering they brought Keaton back and Tim Burton did Batman 89, he had some feelings. He didn't like the way his characters were utilized. He criticized the studios for being able to take these characters that he created and basically have carte blanche to do whatever they want with them, even if it's in a story that he doesn't particularly agree with and doesn't want them to be a part of. That's what the studios are going to do regardless. Well, now, one of the other people that was involved in that cameo is speaking out, and that's Nicolas Cage himself. Nicolas Cage slams CGI Superman in The Flash. And he would actually go into detail and show that he didn't actually do any of these things like fighting the giant spider or any of the stuff that he actually did in the movie. He was just supposed to stand there and look into the multiverse. That's all he did. Everything else, they just created digitally. Nicolas Cage explains how they completely changed his role in The Flash, describes AI as inhumane. Actor Nicolas Cage explained how they completely changed his cameo in the recent Flash movie and shared his thoughts on AI. Cage recently discussed the cameo in an interview with Kevin Polloway of Yahoo Entertainment, saying, okay, first and foremost, I was on set. They did put a lot of time into building the suit. He then praised the director and his sister. And by the way, Andy's a terrific director. He's a great guy and a great director. And I loved his two It movies. Great people, him and his sister. But what I was supposed to do was literally just be standing in an alternate dimension, if you will, and witnessing the destruction of the universe. Kal-El was bearing witness to the end of a universe. And you can imagine with that short amount of time with I had, it would mean in terms of what I could convey. I had no dialogue. Convey with my eyes the emotion. Okay, so that's what I did. I was on set for maybe 3 hours. He then revealed how that contrasted with what was depicted in the film. When I went to the picture, it was me fighting a giant spider. I did not do that. That was not what I did. I don't think it was AI. I know Tim Burton's upset about AI as I am. It was CGI. So, okay, they de-aged me and I'm fighting a spider. I didn't do that. So I don't know what happened there. But I do feel the movie gave that beautiful suit that was designed by Colleen Atwood a chance to be seen. So I was happy about that because she put a heck of a lot of thought into the suit. So did Tim. But I get where Tim's coming from. I know what he means. It would be very unhappy if people were taking his beautiful Nightmare Before Christmas, all those drawings of Jack Skellington, and having people just AIing them and appropriating them. I get it. I'm with them in that regard. AI is a nightmare to me. It's inhumane. You can't get more inhumane than artificial intelligence. He then reiterated, I don't think it's AI. I just think they maybe did something with it. Again, it's out of my control. I went there to shoot a scene for maybe an hour looking at the destruction of the universe. That's all I did. Now, it definitely seems like he's trying to walk a line and, give credit to the director and people involved, while at the same time saying, this stuff that was on screen, that wasn't anything I did. That's all artificial. Now, who knows what way AI may or may not have been used, or if it was just standard visual effects. And although it was cool to see Nicolas Cage, it was off-putting. It looked strange. It looked so digitized and heavily edited and stuff. It did look weird, especially at the angle. It looked very, very strange. We had the excuse from the director, well, it was supposed to look like that in these multiverses. Okay. That's a great way to excuse away very piss-poor CGI. But it's interesting you're seeing these people speak out. I don't think Nicolas Cage seems as upset that they did a bunch of stuff that he didn't actually do, that he's used his face and transformed him to do all this stuff. He doesn't seem as upset about it as someone like Tim Burton, but it definitely seems like he sympathizes with where Tim Burton's coming from. Tim Burton slammed the studio. He did not like what they're doing. He thinks it was soulless. He doesn't like it. He's not a fan. Nicolas Cage said, well, it was more just CGI. I don't think they used any AI, but certainly what they did in the movie is not what I did when I was there. I guess this long in the aftermath, it doesn't matter too much. The Flash was a complete and total failure, a disaster, a box office flop, regardless of how many cameos they threw in there. But now you got multiple people associated with the film being a little bit critical of the way that these things were utilized and the way some of these cameos were done. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.